Part 4 of my 1 million part series on how to be the most badass GM in all of the universe. I hate when I see on like Twitter or something, GMs whose games you know are terrible. Like, oh, it's just fun for my players to win is basically the philosophy that they have. You can kill your players every effing week. And if you give them immersive, badass deaths, if you deliver that and they think that the death was fair, they will continue coming back, much more than they will be if the game is literally just sitting down for 3 hours and you telling them how they beat the magic troll and you just have them roll dice that don't really matter. They're not coming back for that for very long. Like, your friends need to have like nothing going on to come back for that repeatedly. If the players die over and over and over again, eventually it'll just mean they're stupid and they're bad players. You have a man or a woman character looking down through a skylight at night, and down inside you have 5 goons, and that character is level 1. What happens if they jump down and start fighting those people? Probably get beaten to death. Like jumping through a skylight and landing on a floor 13 feet below and then fighting 5 people is probably a bad idea for like 99.99999% of people in level 1 characters. So if they're going to jump down and do it and you're like, oh geez, like it's not going to be fun for the player, so you just help them through it. Divine intervention, and now they beat up 5 guys. Now we're having so much fun. Now they know what the world sucks and they can just do whatever they want to. If you're gonna fudge what's dangerous, this is the problem. Where do you draw the line? What if there's 20 guys down there? Do they jump down by themselves and they beat up 20 guys? Where are you like, oh, this is so stupid, I have to kill you? So let's get to that number. 50? There's 50 guys down there. And even the weakest, very cool, I'll allow it, GM, is like, all right, I have to kill you or take you prisoner or something. When you set the number like that, what you're doing is you're setting it arbitrarily, so nothing makes sense in your world. You're playing in Roger Rabbit world. You're in Toon world now. It doesn't matter what's going on. Nothing makes sense. You might as well put the number back where it makes sense, because then the players will get it. They'll get the game. They'll be able to make informed decisions. They'll know, hey, if I jump down there and try and fight 5 guys, they'll probably kill me. Instead of guessing, hey, if I jump down there and fight 20 guys, I wonder if the GM will kill me or if he'll just whisk me through it again. And they'll look at their character and they'll compare it to what they can do, and they'll be like, all right, my character might be able to jump down there at like level 4 and beat up 5 guys or shoot 5 guys or whatever he's going to do against 5 guys. Right now he's going to jump down there and get straight murked because he's going to have 5 sets of dice coming at him, and it's just going to be pop, 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 pop. Why not just put the bar where the player will understand where it is, instead of dragging them through things that should kill them because you want to keep them alive, and now they don't know what's going on. They have no sense of reality anymore. You've completely stripped it from them. If you just kill the freaking stupid character for jumping down there and fighting 5 guys at level 1, then the next game, you're not going to have that problem. That's why you deliver immersive death. You deliver immersive death and they'll come back and they'll be smarter, better players than they were before. I run a deadly universe. My players and my table became just straight killers. That's what happens when you're not afraid to kill. They're never in any danger. Give me a break. Like, these games are weak because you're never in any danger. My first game online, both players got murked. And you know what? You had it coming. If you just let your players run roughshod over and your world just blows away like a castle of feathers. If you want to have your players just roll over people, then have them encounter starving peasants at level 1. And they can just steamroll them. That's what level 1 and level 2 and level 3 is it's navigating stuff, because no one else is level 1 and 2 and 3 in the world. Like, even if you run into like a gang, those are guys that have already done stuff because they're in a gang. So they're gonna be level 3, level 2, maybe at the lowest possible level, and your players are level 1. You keep the realism and the danger and the threat of death. Like, you mark these players when they have it coming, and when they finally get up to like level 6, level 7, and they've done it in a world that's legit and not just some pathetic, meandering, pandering world where some weak, impotent GM just gives the players whatever they want because they're creative enough to keep them at the table with anything other than, you beat the magic troll and here's all the magic weapons that you got and everybody loves you. Let's do it again next week. Especially in a game like Dungeons & Dragons, the most popular game, it takes 5 seconds to create a character. There's nothing to it. Boom, 5 seconds, same as the last one. It doesn't even matter. It's like a BioWare character. You're just filling in, you're filling in skill slots. And I'd be marking those left and right. Like, who literally cares about low-level D&D characters? The thing is about characters, I don't care what your backstory says. You haven't done anything until you've done something in this world worth caring about. Like, you can write a story about a super awesome, super badass, like, oh, he's the greatest knight, we're in the faraway continent that he comes from, so cool, and he's so dashing, and everything he does is just spectacular, and he's super brave. But now that we're playing, you're gonna hide in the back the whole time because you're scared of him dying. Because you don't want to lose your stupid backstory that's obviously not real because he's hiding in the back because you don't want to get killed with him. So, you know what? F those players. Kill them. Murk them. Give them an immersive death. Let them know every excruciating detail of it. And then be ready to do it again if they're not smart enough to rebound. Realistic boundaries so they know what's going on. If I jump off this skyscraper and try shooting everybody with my Uzi as I plummet down at 120 miles an hour without a parachute, is my GM gonna bail me out of it somehow, or is he not? Because if he's not, they'll stop doing stupid stuff like that, and they'll actually use wit and intellect, good fortune with the dice to get through something instead of you just being a nerd. Stay tuned for Part 5 of my 1 million part series, RPG is Dumb. Like and subscribe for the most ultimate, most badass, boom, boom,